Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about doing keto. And it is the ketogenic diet, or keto for short. And it is essentially taking out white flour, sugar, that kind of stuff, and doing more protein, fat. It's a fat-based kind of diet. So I'm going to talk about a few things. That I have experienced. And if you have done this and you have experienced something that maybe you want to share with other people, leave it down below. I'm probably going to do a vlog a couple times a week about this because it's interesting to say the least. I've lost about 11, 12 pounds, and I really didn't want to do a video until I got like 10 pounds off. Now right now I'm going between 10 pounds and 12 pounds off. Water weight. I hold a lot of water. And maybe TMI, I don't know. I haven't had a period in 9, 10 months. I thought I was going into menopause because I've been like premenopausal, I swear, for 10 years. The sweats, the this, the that. I mean, it's been something. So I haven't had my period, and all of a sudden, a week ago, guess what comes? And it didn't just come and say, "Hello, how you doing, girl?" It said, "I'm here, I'm going to stay, and I'm going to make your life miserable." And it is continuing on. So one of the things when I was reading up on keto, now I say it like that, keto, like I'm so professional. It's not, it's keto, it's whatever. I did research this for over a month before we started. My lighting is crap, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I could get closer, and I just. Um, I did research this for over a month, like I said in my other video, which I'll link at the end of this video, and down below if you are interested. But this has been not as hard as I thought it was going to be, but then there's days where I just want to cry and I don't want to do it anymore. So, when you're driving past Dunkin' Donuts or your daughter sends you a picture and says they have donut fries now, and you can dip them in things, and it's just like, you know. But Dave, Emily, and I are doing it. And Dave, like I said, he's like 21 pounds off. He's a man. It happens. I don't know. Emily, I think, is about the same as me. So, for instance, for breakfast, and I want to do videos, and I want to do specific videos like cooking and that kind of thing. And I know Dave's doing some. Dave has very good recipes that he does for us and that he makes and that he's awesome at. And then I have my recipes that I do. So we're going to kind of share back and forth, and I can't do his recipes. So that kind of thing going to go on. Like for breakfast, eggs are good. Bacon. Now, I've been eating uncured bacon is it uncured? I think it's called uncured. Without the no nitrates. I've been eating that for a long time because I'm in stage 4 chronic kidney disease. So that's one of the things that they tell you to eat. If you want bacon. So I don't eat too much bacon, but that is something that I have been eating and that you can have. So you can have, like, say, 2 eggs. You can have some bacon, sausage, the chicken sausage, whatever, like kind of thing in there. You can also have like a bulletproof coffee, it's called, or a butter coffee. Coconut oil that you buy like in the jars. Target has it, Walmart, everybody. You want to get like the unrefined, organic. They put that in a blender. I have like one of those Ninja blenders. So I'll put in black coffee. I'll put in a tablespoon or 2, whatever the recipe is. I can't recall it right now. Usually Dave makes it. And some butter. And we use the Kerrygold's Irish butter. We've been using that forever as well. Some of the stuff that we've been using forever that I see in this diet, I'm like, why am I not 130 pounds? What happened? I'm eating the gold butter. I'm eating the bacon. It doesn't work that way. But yeah, so you don't want to eat bread or anything. Now, I've experimented with a lot of recipes, making bread, making English muffins, that kind of thing. And I've not really come to one where I'm like, Yeah, that really makes me feel like I'm getting some English muffins. I'm working on things and trying to like um make my own recipes up because I do cook. I have been cooking forever. So I do know a lot about cooking. Baking, I'm not a baker, but I understand like I understand about baking. I know about baking. I just don't like to bake because it bores me. I don't like measuring and this and it just drives me insane. But you know. So I've been working on some things and experimenting and that kind of thing. So I'll talk more about that. But yeah, so that's what I've been if I don't have just a coffee, like I said, a butter coffee or bulletproof coffee, whatever they call it. There's a million different things. Which like I said, it's just like the coffee. You put it in the blender with those a little bit of heavy cream, blend it up. You get this like deliciously like frothy kind of coffee that you can have. You can have black coffee, tea, all that kind of stuff with no sugar. Now you can have like monk fruit, you can have stevia, whatever you like in it. One of my suggestions for you guys starting out is do not go out and buy big bags of like sweeteners or anything like that because we went and bought a big bag of, I want to say it's called erythritol. It's a sweetener. They cannot eat it, those two. I made sweets. I've done this. I put it in that. It gives them, it makes their mouth itchy and very cold and miserable and they don't like it. So I have this big freaking bag of erythritol and I'm probably not going to use it because when I make things, I make it for all of us. So yeah, and then like for lunch, for instance, what we started out was we would eat like we would buy ham or turkey lunch meat, and then we would roll cheddar cheese or you want a nice cheese that you enjoy and roll it, and you can have a pickle. So you can also put mayonnaise on it. So you're essentially eating a sandwich without bread. Um, which is fine. I mean, that's not a big deal. And then dinners, I put it on Instagram. I don't know if I could put a picture. If I can put a picture in, I'll put a picture here or here. I don't know where, here, around here, of the lasagna I made yesterday. And I made the fake lasagna noodles, and then you make a meat sauce, right? And we buy the grass-fed ground beef. I'm not a ground beef eater. I hate ground beef, but because in making sauce and all that kind of stuff, I always make a meat sauce. Now this is a thicker meat sauce than I dig. However, next time I'll do things a little bit differently. I did not make it. I did not layer it like I usually make a lasagna. But anyway, that's going on to something else. But anyway, so I made this pan of a noodle, essentially a noodle. And I cut it into, there was four of us. Emily's boyfriend was here. So I cut it into 4 pieces, and then I cut that each piece, thing, each quarter, I guess, as if I was being fancy. Um, then I cut that in 3s. So then I could layer. So I put some of the meat sauce down I made, and then that, and then more meat sauce, and then that, and the meat sauce. In the meat sauce, I put spinach. I put, now I did not put garlic because I believe garlic has carbs in it for some reason. It's in my head. And yesterday I was just too lazy to go look it up. So I just didn't put it in. Um, so I made that, and then like I make a meat sauce with I put ricotta, I put mozzarella, I put spinach, and that kind of thing. What I would change next time is I would layer it like I do lasagna because I don't usually mix the ricotta in with the meat because I like me a nice bite of the cheese. But I did it yesterday, mixed it, and then I layered it. And then you sprinkle a little bit of mozz on the top, done. And then bake it. It was delicious. And Emily, the first thing Emily said to me was, it's good, but I miss how you make it with the ricotta. I think we needed more spinach, those kind of things. So those are tweaks. But overall, it was very, very good. So we had that. And then I made, or rather Dave did, he got us each like a couple strawberries, a couple raspberries, a couple blueberries. Very, like just kind of like a fresh little salad kind of thing. And then no bread. What else did we have with it? And then I think we had just a little green salad. So that was very, very good. You can drink diet soda on it if you want. They say not to drink it all the time, but I just don't dig diet soda as a rule. If we go out to Olive Garden or something, because that's what we've done a couple times with my family, like for events, which we all get. I'll tell you what, Olive Garden has nice low carb, very keto friendly meals that you can get. So that's good. Very doable. And we're going to be like checking out some different restaurants, fast food restaurants, to see what we can get in order, because it does get hard. It is one of the things, being chronically ill like I am, sometimes it's like, I don't want to make dinner. I almost the other day was like crying to Dave, and I'm like, I just want to get a pizza. I don't want to cook. And then so he did. He was like, I'll take care of it. I'll cook. And I'm like, okay. So you have to have, you have to have like that. I need to plan better. I need to, so I'm not going to the grocery store as much, I think, or he's not, because I sent him. So yeah, so that was the lasagna meal. Very, very good. They have these things called fat bombs that you can make, which I'll talk about in another video because I didn't realize this was getting long. And very easy, but you have them if you're going, especially in the beginning. They're sweet, so, or as keto sweet can be. Um, so you can have one like if you're struggling during the day and you're like I have diabetes. I have found that this is really hard for me on my diabetes. So I have to maintain it a little bit differently than um, maybe Dave does, who doesn't have diabetes, or Emily, like where maybe they can go have a coffee in the morning and not have any other snack and not eat until dinner. Well, me, my body, now this does good for my diabetes, but it also sometimes, depending, will make my diabetes start going nuts and I start getting, the whole thing. So, I have to have something. So I had to adapt a little bit. And if you are like me in that way, it's okay. So you can have a fat bomb, which is like a sweet treat, but it's full of good fat, like coconut oil, dark chocolate. I buy the peanut butter, the natural peanut butter. Now, a little tip. When you start this, buy, I think we have SKYPE natural peanut butter, and you want to make sure it's 5 carbs or less per serving. And SKYPE is one of them. Now you can get like, I think there's Crazy Richards or Looney, I don't know what, Looney Richard. I don't know what Richard is, but he's crazy or some stuff like that. So there's that peanut butter. There's a lot of things you can do, and you can make your own with almonds and regular peanuts, which I've done a million times. Have not done that yet. I just haven't really done it yet. So yeah, so there's that. We've also made ice cream, and then there's also an ice cream brand called Halo, I believe it's called, and where you can have like a quarter cup of it, and it fits kind of into your macros, which is your how many carbs and that kind of thing. It's delicious stuff, but it's addictive, and if you're having a bad day or PMS, quarter cup's maybe not enough. And if it's sitting in the freezer, that little pint, sometimes you might go nibble at it. I'm not sure who does that in this house, but I can't help it. I'm only human. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm happy with it 98% of the time. I'm happy with it. And I'm even more happy that I can make, because I'm Italian and I love cooking Italian, and I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, my girlfriend texted me. What was I saying? That's why I should have turned my phone off. But yeah, so we're doing well. I'm happy. I don't want to waste a lot of you guys' time on here. Like I said, if you don't necessarily want me to do like specific recipes and really starting out, I am going to do a video though, like starting out, like not so much of me talking like I sit here and talk today, but I just wanted to update you kind of like where I'm at. Let me see if I have this. I have to go to the doctor's. I don't know. I know a lot of you have chronic illnesses as well as I do, and things don't heal. And this will like heal on my nose, and then it like explodes. I don't know. It's not like a pimple or anything, and then it goes crazy for a week, and then it heals down, and it just keeps doing it. So anyway, this I got at Celebrated. I think it's Michael's. Does it say? I can't read. I don't know. Anyway, it is a, how many do you get? I think you get 16. 16 squares about this big. And it's a silicone, right? Can go into the microwave, can go into the, I think it's the oven as well. Let me look. Yeah, it's heat resistant up to 450. You can put it right in the oven from the freezer. You can freeze in it. You can, yeah, and then you can cook in, obviously the oven. And this is what I do our fat bombs in. And like I said, yesterday I made coconut butter from organic coconut, which, like I said, if you guys are interested, I'll definitely do that. So we did like a little bit of dark chocolate, put that in the freezer so it cooled down and froze it because I had to melt it. And then like a teaspoon or whatever of the coconut cream that we made, which you can as well sweeten up if you want it sweet. Dave did not. I don't know why he didn't. And then I did some of the peanut butter, just straight. Some people say to mix like sweetener in there. I don't want no sweetener. I like that like sweetness of it where I think I'm getting a Reese's cup, and I used the chunky one. But I just put a little bit and then a little bit more of the dark chocolate on, froze it until it was solid. Those are kind of like our fat bombs or treats. But yeah, so like things like this, and you can use a coupon if you go to your Michaels and you get different, different kind of these. And these really come in handy. They come, I mean, you can make, I'm going to do jalapeno poppers this week, try out and see. I'm going to make my own blue cheese dressing. I'm going to make my own ranch dressing. The gods allow me. So I have like a lot of things. So I really want to like help you guys out and do videos and do that kind of thing. But I really want to get myself kind of a little bit more in there. It's only been over a month. And so I'm still learning, and I want to make this very simplified and easy for you guys who want to start it. I was reading a lot of your comments, and a lot of you are like me, where at the beginning I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like I can't, I can't, I can't, how do I say it? The thought of me having to do all this and shop and really cook and only fat and no sugar and all that was really like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? But you do it. It's not that hard. I am also going to be doing a vlog this week on self-sabotage. It's funny because Margaret left a comment on my video, the last keto video, talking, and it was like I was reading what I have written in my journals that I write in. And I'm not going to get into it right now, but self-sabotage is a really big thing. And I self-sabotage myself a lot. And I have for a long time. So what I do now to try to get out of that, what I do when I feel like I cannot function, my fibro's flaring, my RA's flaring, I got a migraine, da 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 da, and I'm like, I just can't, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things. It's like I'm learning a lot of things about myself, some things I don't want to know, but such is life, right? So yeah, so I know this is probably like people who have just found me are probably like, girl, I don't understand what you're saying, but it's just my thought process coming out. And just trying to see what you guys, or if you're picking up what I'm putting down, or at least some of it. So let me know. And yeah, I'm going to start doing some recipes, and we'll see how, how that goes. And if you guys want to start it, there's also something called lazy keto that people do. So that might be something that if you want to do keto, but you don't necessarily know if you can do it, you can kind of do the lazy keto. I can't do the lazy keto because that means Kelly's lazy, and Kelly will then push how lazy Kelly can be on keto. And then what's the point? I have to do it like, this is how I have to do it. Yeah. So that's about it. I have some videos coming up I got products from a company, and I'm very excited. However, I'm going to use them, and I'm going to use them in a couple different ways. One of the ways I'm going to use it is this is my money candle. Y'all, whoever don't know, I'm Wiccan. But I try to do things that necessarily on my channel that necessarily aren't just for people who are Wiccan or pagan or whatever. Um, I'm Wiccan pagan, but do you know what I'm saying? That even if you're just a regular person who believes in God and goes to church and does all that, I'm going to be doing it in a way that, you know what? Who, who can't, how do I say this? Like, if you could do something like light a candle and do something that you, that might help you, why why not? You can do it to your God. You can do it to nobody, but you're just putting it out there in the universe and the energy and that kind of thing. And that'll, you know. But I'm just letting you guys know because some of you, some people find my Wiccan things and they're like, "You're going to hell," and I'm like, whatever, you know. But yes, I'm just kind of letting you know. I'm excited because I love doing that kind of stuff, and yeah, so that'll be a video coming up too. Can't wait. I can't even wait to see what people comment. So that's it. That's 20 minutes you're never getting back. I have so many thoughts in my head, and I write them down to get my thoughts straight. No, it doesn't work that way. But you know, it does work that I love you guys and that you guys are so supportive and loving. And I want to thank everybody who has bought from my Etsy store, everybody who donates to my Patreon. It means the world to me. And I just, you know, I don't know what I ever did to deserve such wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people in my life. And I am just so blessed and so thankful. And I love your emails. I love your messages. I love your comments. I just love it all. So all my information is down below if you're interested. And I just hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I hope you guys, you know, will go along this journey, my keto journey. Of course, it's not going to be all I put on my channel. I will still be doing my art and crafts and all that kind of great stuff. But it'll just be something that I kind of salt and pepper in to, you know, give you guys a little tips like pink Himalayan salt. I got a big thing from TJ Maxx for $4.99 that is a grinder, right? I go to the grocery store or even the Walmart grocery store and try to buy Himalayan salt. It's wicked expensive and it's not a grinder, it's a bottle. Like those little tips that you're like, okay, you know, maybe I can put $10 away and get me a Himalayan salt. You know what I'm saying? So, and lemons. Lemons will save your life. But that's it. I can, you know, if you've been on my channel, you know, I can sit here and talk for 3 hours. I probably should start doing live streams where I can just talk, talk, talk. Let me know what you guys think of that. I love you guys. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know. You never, ever know what battle somebody else is fighting. You never know. And progress, not perfection. We are just on this planet, just trying to do the best we can and trying to enjoy a life at the same time, which is very hard. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.